Now, scientists should know this, but most everyday people, especially people doing nerd wallet commercials and check that, make that flag, check that, you know, post it, all that crap and shit on TV, right? Guys, let me explain to you how artificial intelligence looks at things that human beings are doing, especially since we went on COVID protocols back in 2020 for like 3 or 4 months. Because the technology can do literally like a diagnostic on the planet when human beings aren't driving in cars and doing the shut the front door handle and the no me gusta handle and seriously rob handle. Okay. And getting up and going on an adventure in your car for 300 miles because you're not taking care of the ecosystem where you live. You're driving a car to a job. You're accepting extortion and exploitation. You're expecting excessive pollution and things you don't need. Or you don't need to do. You don't need to take food and have a bunch of people prepare it all day and sell it for billionaires to hold it hostage to sell it from other people so they can feel like they're rich people. Are you being served, right? Okay, so you got to think like a artificial intelligence, like a supercomputer going quantum. Okay, that's supposed to solve human problems, okay, to save human lives from murder and bad thinking and self-destructive thinking to the planet and the species. And you have all these guys in the basketball game, getting all pissed off because there was a foul or it wasn't a foul or whatever. It's like, who fucking cares? If you weren't doing this for ridiculous amounts of money for a bunch of idiots all driving their archaic cancer-causing cars with heart disease cars. You see what I'm saying? Don't make your future. You hate you. The present is the future. Do you hate yourself yet? Are you as dumb as Spike Lee and Tracy Morgan? Are you as dumb as the basketball coach and the players on the game? Are you as fucked in the head as Adam Silver? Do you know everything they're doing? Do you know their spending habits? Do you know how aggressive and violent they are to the environment since they have to get in airplanes and fly from one town to another to have all the aggressive people show up at the arena and shake their towels and shake their things and dress up in their fuck me pumps, right? We don't need some chick pretending to be Amy Winehouse giving you all the dysfunction from Amy Winehouse's life. We know that by just picking up on her records. She likes booze, he likes nose candy. She fucks around on him, he finds out, she gets upset. Then he leaves her and she's got to go to rehab because she can't stop drinking. We don't need a movie, we just need to pop on one of the albums. Okay, how about forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal faithful peace? Then you don't need a lot of money to do drugs, get drunk, and tell us about your dysfunctional sex life so we can all envy you for having more money and getting up and doing more stupid things than people need to do in arenas all across the world. Okay, do you understand how intelligent I am and how unintelligent Neil deGrasse Tyson is? Okay, because he won't tell you this shit. Michio Kaku talks about, well, a planet that's really good would be like what Ralph is talking about, but I don't want to call people on their bullshit because I'm afraid they'll kill me. I'm afraid you're already dead, pussy face. Okay, I'll get up and do it. Earl and his mom. Earl, if a woman gets up and calls men on their shit, she's a hysterical bitch. If a man gets up and do it, the bitch men will kill him. Mom, somebody's got to do it. And since they don't listen to women, and women, you shouldn't listen to women. Wonder Woman was an idiotic propaganda movie. Okay? Birds of Prey, they are the most idiotic propaganda movies in the history of the fucking world. Nobody cares about you wanting to have sex with psychopaths in military operations. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. We want to live the Lord's Prayer. We want to love our families. And then we want to have a nice, easy chair with our troubles fading away because we're doing things right. We work right, not hard. We work correctly. Okay. And then it's just Carrie and Nita and me. And we're not dying from tuberculosis because we had to work in the train yards too much because we had to keep billionaires billionaires. Dumbass motherfuckers. You are so fucking stupid. Okay? Stupid. You have no idea what it's like, okay, to work 24/7. Okay? I work in my dreams. I wake up back to work. saving your children from being as fucked as you. And I work hard. I sell Peloton. I have a fuckable body. Come and fuck me. I've got lots of fuck money. Party with me. I'm a fucking moron. Have kids with me. They'll just be as pathetic as you and me. Hey, I'm an asshole. But people say they want to have sex with me because they find me sexually desirable. I find you as sexually desirable, okay, as it would be to go to one of those hospitals where they tortured me back in 2017 and say, hey, bombard me with radiation, then rip my body parts out. Okay? You are ugly. There's not a celebrity on the planet, okay, that's a female. I look at him and I tell myself, you are such an idiot if you think that woman is sexually desirable. And I understand how hard it is. I was watching Stephen A. Smith and Perk with the girl in the middle from Undisputed with Dumbass and Dumb Fuck. And she's sitting there, and I'm like, gosh, she looks like she'd be fun to have sex with. But I used to tell this to my Natalie all the time. I don't want you to end up being like They Made Your Mother. I don't want you to be a real fun place to put your dick and a horrible place to put your heart. Okay? And Patrick used to say that to me all the time. He goes, Natalie is so pretty that if you can raise her dad and raise her to be a woman like Michelle, some guy will be so happy. And I used to think that about my Emily too. I used to listen to For Emily Wherever May I Find Her, and I knew someday I was going to give her away at her wedding, and the guy was going to walk up to me and say, that is how I feel about her. Well, that's because I'm a faithful man who doesn't take shit and courageous and kind, and I raised my daughter to only appreciate men like that so they could get real love. Not Mary J. Blige, fill up the stadium with a bunch of fucking legalized marijuana peckerwoods and a pussy plantation, dressed in A-shirts, dancing around like they do something worthy of praise like me and Jesus and Muhammad. Serious fucking Lee. Serious fucking Lee. Got a mountain of love, of love, of love for the girl in the valley. She goes every day, she goes by with her head held up high like a high-step in Philly. We couldn't think real well back then. And what's another real good song of his? Now love is coming through the windows, coming through the doors, and I can feel it creaking through the cracks in the floors. Okay, love. Okay. If you don't stand up for the Lord's Prayer for everyone to live worldwide, okay, you say the love word, you are a mental rapist, you are a pervert, you are Son of Sam, you are Jack the Ripper, okay? If you say love and you need money to fuck and promote your dysfunctional sex life, you are disgusting. Okay? If you won't stand up with me for children to live the Lord's Prayer tomorrow, overnight, everywhere, you are a disgusting, narcissistic pile of shit talking about fucking. Pascal nailed you fuckers to the wall. Okay? He said, romantic love and perception of selfishness is absolutely nothing. If a woman doesn't have faith in God and want to live a faithful life like the faith of Psalms and the wisdom of Proverbs and the living eternally of the Lord's Prayer for children, she'll be fucking somebody else because she's addicted to be the hottest fuck for the bag of money. And don't say that isn't so, because I've heard you bitches talk about it on your faith-forsaken, sorry-ass music albums from here to fuckingdom. I'm not going to say from here to eternity. And don't have sex on the beach because it gets sand in your girl's woo-woo. I don't know if that happened between Chris Perez and his wife. I can't, he just advised me in prayer. I can't say for sure. You don't want to do that. It's overrated. You can get sand in your girl's woo-woo and you love her. And it's better to have, satin sheets in a hotel room with overlooking the beach, but not on the beach. Sex on the beach is overrated. And the dunes of the Cape, don't listen to those people. They crazy, okay? Take a nice bath, have some nice real satin or silk sheets. Even though cottons are always good. Satin you can slide off of if it gets too hot. I sat down sometimes in prayer and he had a root beer and he had a couple of beers. I had a root beer and I talked to a man named Chris Perez. Sometimes I have good talks with certain people when they were trying to be a good husband and trying to be good daddies. And you can't get no better at being a good husband or a good daddy than Earl. All right? Peace out.